السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم أما بعد سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. Respected brothers and elders, mothers and sisters, now we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to keep us in the company of the righteous in this world. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala raise us amongst the righteous on the day of Qiyamah. May He fill our lives with mercy and rahmah, as all of us are in the need of the rahmah and the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We continue our series on the Ahaadeeth and the Fadhaa'il of Masjid Al Aqsa and its surrounding. Inshallah, once it's a small session, once we're over with this particular small hadith, we'll take a break for our sunnah and our witr, and we'll continue our inshallah ulumul hadith series. Inshallah, tonight is our 8th session, and inshallah we request you to please join us for that as well. So the hadith for tonight is when Barra radiyallahu anhu قال صلينا مع النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم نحو بيت المقدس 16 أو 17 شهر ثم صرف نحو القبلة أو كما قال متفق عليه وهذا لفظ البخاري. The hadith is reported by Barra radiyallahu anhu, and Barra radiyallahu anhu narrates that we prayed along with the Prophet of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam facing Baytul Maqdis, Jerusalem, for 16 or 17 months. And this is the time that they had, early times that the Muslims have moved towards Medina. And as we know from the particular story of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, which has been described in many of the ahadith, that when the Nabi of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was in Makkah al-Mukarramah, the Nabi of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam would stand at a particular place in the Kaaba, where the Kaaba was in front of him, and of course Al Aqsa or Al Quds, Jerusalem, Bayt al-Muqaddas was in front of him as well. So he was facing towards the northern part, where he would face, even though the direction that was prescribed at that time or was told by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala was Al-Quds, Bayt al-Muqaddas, but he would keep Makkah al-Mukarramah, the Kaaba itself, as the point, central point of his prayer. When the Nabi of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam made the hijrah and he went towards Medina, now subhanAllah, Medina has complete separate location. So if you travel from Makkah towards Medina, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala take us with afiyat and khair inshallah to the Haramain. So if you go towards that direction, you're traveling north. So now Al-Quds remains a little bit more north, and then Makkah Mukarramah becomes south for you. So almost opposite direction for an individual. So the Nabi of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was praying in Masjid Nabawi for almost 16 to 17 months, as this particular hadith says. That Barra radiallahu anhu said that we prayed along with the Prophet of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, facing Bayt al-Maqdis, Jerusalem, for 16 or 17 months, the hadith mentions. And then, of course, there was a continuous urge, this prayer, this desire of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam that the Qibla be moved towards Baytullah in Mecca. Then, of course, the hadith continues further and says, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ordered him to turn his face towards the Kaaba in Makkah itself. But again, the point of mentioning this particular hadith itself, and as we have previously also mentioned, that it shows a sense of relationship of every Muslim to Masjid Al Aqsa, Jerusalem. That it is a part of faith, a part of iman, a part of history for each and every one of us, right? It's not something, and again, this is not a political discussion, this is nothing geopolitical, but it's a spiritual aspect of each and every Muslim's life, is to be connected to Al-Quds, to be connected to Jerusalem, to be connected to Bayt al-Muqaddas, because it is the first Qibla where the Muslims had prayed for 16 to 17 months directly itself. So it holds a great value in the hearts of the believers. It holds a great value in every Muslim's heart, and of course, the Prophet ﷺ and the Sahaba as well. So just as a reminder that this is a particular location that the Nabi of Allah ﷺ prayed towards for 16 to 17 months. And we know the famous hadith when these ayats in Surah Baqarah were revealed, the famous masjid in the surroundings of Medina, Masjid Qiblatain, and subhanAllah, the Qibla was changed and returned towards the other direction. And again, this is just a reminder for us, just as Baytullah, the Kaaba, the Masjid of the Prophet ﷺ are all sacred for us as Muslims. They are harams, just like that Masjid Al Aqsa, Quds, is also sacred and haram for all of us. May Allah protect the haramain in all places, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allow us to visit these beautiful places and to be able to spiritually benefit from these amazing locations as well. Subhanallah wa bihamdi, subhanakallah wa bihamdik.